Centuries have passed, and it is evident that technology has enhanced throughout those years. The idea of the information age holds that having access to and control over information characterizes the current phase of human civilization. Here in City News, we discuss the stages of information from Gutenberg to social media. First, we have the information age, followed by the computer age, then the silicon age, the new media age, and lastly, the digital age. We have Mhil Rose Abrantes for the information age. Mhil?
The information age, also called as the computer age, the digital age, and the new media age, introduced as movable type printing, a period starting in the last quarter of the 20th century. Information become effortlessly accessible through publications and through the management of information by computers and computer networks. The information age is a true new age based upon the interconnection of computers via telecommunication, with these information systems operating on both a real-time and as-needed basis. Furthermore, the primary factors driving this new age forward are convenience and user-friendliness, which in return will create user dependence.
Now we have computer age, the period in modern history characterized by computer use and development and its effects on all aspects of life. Many computer historians trace its beginning to the work of American mathematician Claude I-Shan. The computer age began when ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator, was completed in 1945, the first multi-purpose computer. ENIAC set speed records with an amazing 5,000 additions per second. Before the advent of electronics, mechanical computers like Analytical Engine 1837 were designed to provide routine mathematical calculation and simple decision-making capabilities. Military needs during World War II drove development of the first electronic computers, based on vacuum tubes including the Z3, the Atanasoff-Berry computer, Colossus computer, and ENIAC. The invention of the transistor enabled the era of mainframe computers during the 1950s to 1970s, typified by the IBM 360.
The Silicon Age, also known as the Digital Age, dated back between the late 20th century to the early 21st century. Silicon was the material that predominated and had a significant impact on our present-day economy. It has a variety of uses, which is why numerous companies purchased silicon wafers back then, since they utilize it in semiconductor electronics. Silicon wafer is one of the necessary components found in modern technology. The silicon revolution was said to have begun in 1960 with the mass production of the first silicon transistor, known as a MOSFET. It was the first compact transistor that was able to be mass-produced for multiple uses using nanotechnology.
Many refer to the growth of interactive technologies as the new media era, a historical era that started in the middle of the 20th century and has continued into the 21st century. From the mid to late 1990s, when it first became widely available in homes, a number of new media have developed from the internet, including blogs, online apps, and other social networking apps. It is defined by a quick shift from conventional sectors created during the Industrial Revolution to an information technology-based economy. The new media age explains how these innovations have changed how people view concerns like privacy, social interaction, and information availability. The next to be discussed is the digital age by Leigh Sanchez.
The definition of the phrase digital age, the timeline, and its features are all going to be discussed in the context of today's discussion. With the advent of the new era, which is commonly and inaccurately referred to as the digital age. The meaning of digital age. The term digital age, also referred to as the information age, designates the period of time and the information technology-based economy that began in the 20th century. It is distinguished by the quick shift from the industrialized economy brought on by the Industrial Revolution to a knowledge-based economy. The timeline of digital age. Many technological advancements have occurred during the digital age, including the rise of information science, the first home computer, the video game console, and the first coin-operated video games. Cell phones have advanced technologically. The developing world actively participated in the digital revolution as text messaging's popularity skyrocketed. Now on to the last, the features of digital age. There are many aspects of the digital age that you are likely already aware of. New technology is one of the primary features of digital age. People develop new, modestly scaled technology every day. Most of them are only tinkering with already developed technologies.
Technology has the ability to change how civilization is. Johannes Gutenberg, a German craftsman, is perhaps the most well-known example of this. Hi, my name is I-Shan and I'm here in Bacolod City, Talisay, in the church. Johannes Gutenberg is renowned for having created the first printing press to use movable types and automated inking, as well as for using his creation to create the Gutenberg Bible. Established the Gutenberg era, shaping the nature of society and its underlying institution, Gutenberg's principle, the massive distribution of information in an expensive manner because it is institutionalized. The name Johannes Gutenberg is synonymous with invention of the printing press. His contribution to the printing industry was enormous, and he revolutionized the way we communicate and disseminate information. Gutenberg's invention aided in the spread of knowledge, ideas, and culture throughout Europe, and eventually the entire book. Books were written by scribes before Gutenberg's invention, which made them expensive and time-consuming to produce. The printing press enabled mass production of books and at a much lower cost, make them more accessible to a wider range of people. This resulted in the higher literacy rates and greater knowledge dissemination. Gutenberg's invention also aided in the promotion of scientific discoveries by allowing scientists to quickly and easily publish their findings. It also played an important role in the Protestant Reformation by allowing religious texts to be widely distributed. I am I-Shan and here's the next newscaster.
Before the printing press was created in the world of Gutenberg, it was impossible to spread reliable knowledge to a large audience. Books, scrolls, and tablets could be hand-produced using a laborious and time-consuming technique to record information, but only a selected elite group had access to this knowledge. Only word-of-mouth communication could spread information. The books were fashioned from surfaces of clay, wax papyrus, and parchment, and they were written and manufactured by hand. Until the printing press was invented sometime between 1440 and 1450, the majority of European literature was produced using xylography, a sort of woodblock printing analogous to the Chinese method used to publish the Diamond Sutra in 1868. Manuscripts printed without the use of woodblocks, on the other hand, required meticulous manual replication.
The Gutenberg Revolution. It started with Gutenberg's invention of printing, notably the portable printing press. The material might be distributed to everyone according to this principle, but access was pricey. The term incunabula, meaning cradle or birthplace, were books printed at the time of the Gutenberg press. The technique soon spread from Mainz to Subiaco in Italy, Paris, and finally London. The majority of the first books were religious works from the Middle Ages that were originally written in Latin. But as time went on, certain books were published in local tongues that made them accessible and understandable to the general public. Medical publications were also created, geographic and scientific discoveries disseminated quickly. The best illustration of the emergence of institutionalized and mediated channels during this period was the media, which can disseminate information to individuals from all walks of life, and therefore opened the way to remarkable mass communications. But at the time, one needed a lot of money because it was quite expensive to spread information to a large audience of listeners or watchers. A man of mystery, Johannes Gutenberg, has made a significant contribution to the world by making the printing press, which was previously unheard of, feasible to publish books and other written materials. Now, let's have Ms. Gieca Navaja to talk about the post-Gutenberg world and the rise of digital age.
Post-Gutenberg world is described as the emergence of the Internet and the World Wide Web. Uploading and downloading of all forms of media instruments, such as audio and video, became possible. It enabled individuals to produce and disseminate essential information. It enabled numerous copies of written work to be produced quickly, increasing everyone's access to information and laying the groundwork for the progressive transformation of societal literacy. What comes after the post-Gutenberg world is the rise of digital age. Modern technologies have expanded the instruments available for disseminating knowledge beyond the printing press. Information can easily be passed from one person to another today, from here to far-off areas. The following other technological forms of information dissemination includes computer, internet, World Wide Web, electronic mail, Facebook, Twitter, Messenger, YouTube, Google, and Instagram. Computer was created by Charles Babbage, the father of computers, and it is for quantitative calculations and straightforward decision-making. Next, we have the Internet created by Vinton Cerf and Robert Kahn, which is a government-controlled project containing fiber optics, which receives billions of information and data very quickly. We have the World Wide Web, which was created by Sir Tim Berners-Lee, a British computer scientist, and it is primarily for commercial use. We have the electronic mail, created by V.A. Shiva Ayyadurai, and it is a method for sending communications more quickly amongst persons in different places. Next is Facebook, which is an invention of Mark Zuckerberg, and it is a social networking site where people can connect with one another and meet online to exchange views, ideas, experiences, as well as images and videos they think others would find interesting. It can foster relationships, facilitate business dealings, and serve as a platform for games. Twitter. Twitter is an invention of Jack Dorsey, Noah Glass, Biz Stone, and Evan Williams, and it is a social networking site where users may connect and submit messages known as tweets that can only be up to 140 characters long. Messenger. Messenger is an application and service for instant messaging created in 2008. This can be used to communicate with other people via voice, video, or textual messaging. YouTube. YouTube features videos that cover a wide range of life topics, and it was created by Chad Hurley and Steve Chen. Google is the most popular search engine on the internet, and it was developed by Larry Page and Sergey Brin, and it offers many features besides just word searches, such as synonyms, word definitions, time zones, maps, weather forecasts, sports scores, calculations, as well as research or journal articles as sources for thesis and dissertations. Instagram. Instagram is a playful photography software that was developed by Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger in October 2010. It is becoming increasingly well-known all over the world. Your photo can be styled and improved using this, and then shared with others using the same program.
Good day. Thank you, Ms. Gieca. The information age, also known as the computer age, digital age, silicon age, or new media age, is a historical period that began in the mid-20th century. It is characterized by a rapid shift from traditional industries as established during the Industrial Revolution to an economy centered on information technology. 10 innovations of the information age include the personal computer, the internet, fiber optic cables, Intel, the World Wide Web, email, GPS, caller ID, mobile broadband, and text messaging. The power of this has enabled global communities to form and ideas and resources to be shared more easily. Technology makes sharing files, studying, and much more easier. You won't have to be tied to a physical location as you can have access to almost everything.